Egypt, known to have the 7 wonders of the world, its economy relies heavily on tourism. However, since 2011, tourism has been slow.
السياحة كلها أثر علينا خبطة السياحة اللي هي موقفة منطقة روسيا وأي حاجة أي مجال سياحة بتجيلنا أي خبطة سياحية بتأثر معنا إحنا عشان أكل عيشنا كله على السياحة.
There has been several campaigns to promote tourism again in Sharm el-Sheikh, but rare campaigns took place in Cairo. We have captured several places and asked people what they think about the slow economic movement after the crash.
Plane crash, I mean, this really affects Egypt more than affects Egypt to the extent that it cuts down more than 50% of tourism in Egypt, because most of the tourists in the recent couple of years, they used to be from Russia so far. So we wanted them to be back, and we think that the government encouraged them after all these investigations. True investigations happened after the plane crash, and the reason why it's crashed, it shows that Egypt has no hands in this kind of crash so far, and that's why hopefully in the coming days more than the high percentage of Russians will be back, God willing, in Egypt again.
Well, you certainly thought about making a visit to Egypt, but and when we flew over on the flight out of London, the plane was pretty empty. So I suspect it's having an impact on tourism right now. But it was it was one incident. It's not happening all over the country. And as you can see here, there's plenty of tourists around. So in general, I'd say hopefully it doesn't have a big impact, and certainly it hasn't stopped us from coming. So
Tourism is yet under attack. The question remains about whether tourists feel safe and secure about visiting Egypt. It is of no doubt that many people of all aspects working in tourism has been severely affected. And hopefully, tourists won't stop coming and reschedule their flights.
Imq was affected a lot, of course, like everyone else. We don't have a big share from the Russian market. However, the perception to travel to Egypt after the plane crash, it made lots of question marks between the tour operators about the safety, about the measurements we have at our airports. So this reduced the demand. People are scared to travel. So we were affected a lot about that fact.
People were affected after the Russian plane crash from everyone working in this industry, and hopefully tourists will reschedule their flights and never stop visiting Egypt.